I went to school here. Yale.
So these right here are automatic keypad locks, and this is really exciting. If I can get it out. This is really exciting because this is a project that HP and I have been working on in the background for a few months now. And these locks finally signal the start of this project and of this newest venture that I am personally really, really excited about.
But our doors already have locks, so we have to go downtown Dallas to show you.
You wanna go in the car? Let's go. Now, this behind me is an 11-unit apartment building located in downtown Dallas, and it has both short and long-term rentals, and HP and I have taken over and helping manage this property.
And we're gonna come with some new tech to make this a breeze for new renters.
But let us explain.
So this apartment building is actually from the 70s, and the owner is in her 80s, so she needs a little assistance getting Airbnb done, even though she's been doing it for the past 8 or so years.
It's actually really smart. You see, this apartment building originally wasn't actually 11 units. It was more like 5 or 6 units, and they converted the units into efficiencies, making more units and thus bringing in more money.
Now welcome to unit 7A.
As you can see, this unit is pretty small. It is an efficiency. Let me go all the way to the corner.
It's efficient.
This is it. It is really small, but it's pretty equivalent to what you would get if you were staying in a hotel room. And what this unit used to be, it used to be 1 bedroom of a 3-bedroom unit. They basically closed off the doors and made it into one single efficiency, which is perfect for short-term rentals.
Now they did this by turning things like closets into kitchens, which it's actually worked out pretty well.
Like this counter with running water that they put in here. A nice, pretty good sized fridge actually.
Yeah.
And then you come out here and there's a nice space for you to live and sleep in. There's a nice desk right here. It comes with a pretty good sized bathroom as well. And there's even closet space, but HP's not included. Now, the problem that this building owner is having with their Airbnb setup is that the management isn't automated, it's super inefficient, and it just could be improved in a number of different ways in order to make the owner more money. So that's where HP and I come in.
So this is the current setup. They have one door handle for the outside, they have an exterior lock to lock whenever they leave, and then lastly they have one deadbolt. But the problem that they're having is that the keys end up going missing, they get misplaced, they never get returned, and then that is a huge security problem for the next tenant that wants to sit here. And then what do you do every time they need a key? You have to give them the same code, or you change the lockbox code that they're keeping the keys in. It's a lot to juggle around, so this is where we're gonna make it 100% way easier.
So in order to solve the issue that this owner is experiencing with their old locks, HP and I bought these new smart locks that we're gonna use in order to replace all of the existing hardware. And the coolest part is that they actually connect to the internet, and they connect to Airbnb and Vrbo. That way they can automatically generate codes for each individual reservation. It makes the entire process much easier, more streamlined, and most importantly, automated.
Step 1, remove the existing lock. Step 2, put all the new stuff in. Works.
Sorry, Nico. So now that the lock is installed, HP and I are using this Wi-Fi bridge, which is basically what's going to be used to hook up the locks on the door to the Wi-Fi, which will then allow for us to link all of these Airbnb and short-term rental websites to the locks for the automation to function.
A few minutes later.
And just like that, after some online programming with the Yale software, now all the locks are synced up with the internet, and anytime a new renter books, the last 4 digits of their phone number automatically get programmed to their unit, so all they have to do is walk right up, enter their numbers they already know, and presto, they have access.
So with these new locks, not only is the key exchange process completely automated and hands-free, but the issue of guests losing keys is now no longer a problem at all, and believe it or not, this was a big headache for the property owner because guests were losing their keys constantly, creating a huge issue. So now that problem is completely solved.
On to the next unit. Maintenance. Ooh la la. This is the opposite of an efficiency. It's a luxury.
So as you can see, this unit is quite a bit different than the one that we were previously in. It features a full kitchen, a really roomy living room area. And as you walk through the hall, you can see it features a really nice sized bedroom with a really nice bed, nice space, a mirror, and you walk down the hall and there is a bathroom as well. HP, once again, not included. We're gonna be doing the exact same thing we just did in that previous unit to this door right here.
So unfortunately, even though the lock and everything has been successful, these Wi-Fi bridges that need to connect to the Wi-Fi router that is on the opposite end of the building just can't reach this small device. So we're gonna have to go get a Wi-Fi extender. That way these can pick up the Wi-Fi signal appropriately and we don't have to be that close to the Wi-Fi router.
This entire ordeal is taking way longer than we anticipated. HP and I have been here for about 4 hours and we've only gotten one lock 100% set up, and we're about probably halfway through on this second lock. So this is going to be quite a time-consuming endeavor switching all of these over.
And it's starting to rain. Hooray!
So in a normal situation, HP and I would probably just call it quits for the night and come back and revisit this apartment another day and get everything tidied up, because it's definitely getting late and we are losing daylight. But this scenario is a bit unique because the unit that we're working on currently is an actively rented out Airbnb unit. So there's actually guests coming into this unit, I believe either tomorrow or the next day. So we really have to have this Wi-Fi feature functioning. So HP and I are actually gonna run over to Best Buy and go try to find a solution to fix this issue.
Nico's not happy about it.
Nico's stressed. Hey, this one extended to 2500.
Guess we'll go with this.
So HP is setting up the Wi-Fi extender and getting these locks officially set up onto Wi-Fi so that we can link them to the appropriate accounts. But whenever it comes to this property in general, there were really 3 main pain points that the property owner is experiencing. Number 1 is these locks. The fact that these locks weren't automated, they required physical keys that guests could then lose. This was a huge issue, and this problem will be virtually eliminated by these locks that we've installed today. Number 2 is automation. Everything with the management of this property has been manually done for the entire time that this property has been listed out on Airbnb and Vrbo. This means that the messages that are getting sent to guests, coordinating repairs and cleanings, all of that has been done manually, which has been requiring a ton of time. HP and I are going to fix that. And last but not least is utilization. The pricing data for this property is simply outdated and it's not kept up to date. And as a result, pricing is often too high for the market and these properties are thus being underutilized. Now, the way that HP and I plan on fixing all of these issues is number 1, the locks. That solves a huge issue with automation and the pain point of the lock boxes. As far as pricing goes, we've hooked up all of these units to a software called Host Tools and Price Labs, and I've actually set up automation within these software, which allows for the properties to either raise or lower in price based off of market demand. We've actually had this software set up for about a month and a half now, and we've already seen insane improvements, which I am very thrilled about. And as far as automation goes, this is a relatively easy solution because the software that we already purchased and signed up for, Host Tools, allows for us to automate a lot of the different aspects of running this Airbnb business. So we're able to automate these locks, we're able to automate messaging, and it's just going to take a lot of the workload off of the current owner. It worked?
It worked.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Only took forever.
We get to buy this condo right here as a steal of a deal for our hard work.
The Airbnb property owner also owns this condo, and basically the deal that HP and I've negotiated is that we'll help manage the Airbnbs, we'll help automate the systems and processes, which will in turn lead to more revenue, and in exchange for that work, we get to buy this property at the same valuation that they originally purchased the property at, which is $91,000, which is quite honestly a huge steal of a deal considering the fact that this property is valued closer to about $250,000 today.
Now, even though Aubrey and I weren't really particularly interested in getting into condos, this couldn't have come at a better time because we were looking to get into real estate, and this is just the golden opportunity as far as price goes.
Now, we don't get the property just yet. We do have stipulations worked out that we have to show that our processes and systems are working as intended. We have to show results, and we also have to finish our end of the deal. But once all of those contingencies are filled, we'll take ownership of this property, and from there, we'll be able to decide whether we want to just rent it out to tenants or if we want to sell it for a steep profit. But you guys, with these locks installed and with the automation setup, it looks as though our work here, at least for tonight, is done. So we will keep you up to date as to how this property management continues to go from here on out. So be sure to stay tuned.
And guys, as always, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll see you in the next episode.